Hey, everybody, we are live. This is Wendy, and I've got Jenifer here with me today.
Hello.
And I see we have Dawn and Liza and Linda and Michelle and Solitary Empath. That sounds very relaxing.
Like that.
Yes. So we are in here today with Bargain Bead Box stuff. Right? So what did you think, Jenifer, of the Bargain Bead Box this month?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The colors, all the beads, you got your little components where your little drops. I mean, there's so much in this box.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that stuck out to me, so I guess it would be the second, because the first thing that stuck out to me were the big chunky faceted beads. Were these barrel beads. I love barrel beads. And look at them sparkle.
They're so beautiful. Look at that.
So gorgeous. So gorgeous.
Yeah. So we have got Flo and Glenda's from Texas. Where's everybody from? I'm in Florida and Jenifer is in
California.
So Glenda is in Texas. Dawn, I am making a necklace. And what are you making today, Jenifer?
A bracelet.
A bracelet. All right. New York. Nice.
New York, yeah.
Chris wants to go to New York so bad. And I'm like, I'm afraid. I'll get lost. You'll never see me again. Tucson, Illinois. Kathy's here. Linda's in Mississippi.
My in-laws are from Mississippi. Well, my mother-in-law's from Mississippi, from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Anaheim, California. Becky's your neighbor.
Almost is, yeah. Just a few hundred miles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Kansas City.
Helena is in New York too. Wow. We have some New Yorkers on. We've got people from all over.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah. This is fun. So, Bargain Bead Box this month. I have got to say, even though I'm not a huge gold fan, it was one of my favorite boxes. Coast Home is on the Oregon coast. Petal, Mississippi. And Nancy is in Florida. Hi, Nancy. Nancy and I are going to get together one of these days. What kind of necklace? It's going to be a floating bead. Okay, so let me tell you the story. Jody Krantz, who I'm going to link all of her information in the description box below the video. She made an absolutely stunning Coriana chain and chevron. She used the chevron chain from Jesse James Beads. And it's a lariat style floating, absolutely gorgeous necklace. So I loved it. And I was like, I think this would look so pretty with these chevron beads from this box. And so I asked her if I could use her design. So this design is Jody Krantz. And if you're not in my Facebook group, you need to join my Facebook group because they post, the people in there post beautiful, beautiful jewelry. So I am using this, and I will put her links in the description box after this. She has a couple of stores. And yeah, shout out to Jody. It was just an absolutely beautiful design. And when I saw these chevron beads, I knew. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. So that is what I'm going to be making. And
Wendy, look, Mandy from England.
Oh, Mandy from England. What time is it in England right now?
Yeah.
Petal, Mississippi. Philadelphia, Marianne. Snowy, Minnesota. You're in England. Wow. What time is it over there? I'm just curious. I could ask Alexa, but
we don't want to mess with our phone.
I'm a beadbox machine. I am a beadbox machine.
You are. Wendy, I will tell you, I am Bargain Bead Box because of you.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, because that's how I found you. I found you because of a Bargain Bead Box. And I was brand new, and I'm like, this looks like it would be really nice. I'm new at this, and you get just a whole smorgasbord of stuff. And yeah. So 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Wow. Okay. So you're getting into the evening. 7 p.m. Becky says in the UK. All right. Well, Jenifer, you want to show us what you're using for your bracelet, and then I will show us what I'm using for this necklace, and we'll get to making something.
So for my bracelet, this is going to go for my friend. My friend she's not a gold person. So she doesn't have any gold. So I told her every time I get a chance, I'm going to make some gold. What I'm going to do is and she has a tiny wrist, so I'm probably not going to use all of this. But what I'm going to do is I have some 20 gauge Edelon German style wire.
Wire.
Do what?
Wire. I always get so excited when I see people use wire because I'm terrible at it.
Oh, see, and I love to wire wrap. I love to wire wrap. Amazing. Now doing all the like gem hawk stuff, can't do it. I fumble over my fingers all the time and everything, but I can do a wire wrap. So what I was going to do is wire wrap each of these individually, just on their own. No bead cap, nothing, right?
Right.
Then I'm going to use jump rings. I have some Beadalon jump rings, a whole bunch of them. And then I'm going to link them together by the jump ring. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect little swoops of chain in between on the jump rings.
Oh, so pretty. I can't wait to see how this comes together.
I can't wait either. I think it's gonna, yeah. And so I have this ridiculously long amount because I work from this big, ridiculously large spool.
Yeah.
And I don't like to waste. And so I typically will work from the spool. But what I do is, you see how there's like a little place where you can stop it. So I just always like take out one loop or two loops. And I think it's going to be two loops. But I'll show you how I do it, where I try to minimize my waste of the wire.
Cool.
Do you want to see right now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So what I do, so I have this long piece, right? So this long piece, and I have it kinked over at the end, right? Because you saw how I kinked it for it to go onto the spool for me to stop it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I do is I put on one bead, and then I come down like, I don't know, maybe inch and a half. It kind of depends on the gauge that you're using. And then I'm going to use my round nose pliers, and I can probably use my steppers so that I know that I have the same. Let's use my small bell making pliers, maybe.
Okay.
Let's try my small bell making pliers. And I'm going to use the small end. So then I know that I have the same size all the way around. So I'm just going to go around like this. Just form it over, because I've seen this done a million times, but this is how Kelly taught us, and this is how I go. Then I just rotate my wrist. So now my wrist is just facing the table, and then I just push that to the back, and then just kind of get it a little bit where it's looking like a lollipop rather than a pea.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Then I grab the loop with my chain nose pliers. Then I come with my bent chain nose pliers. So you're the bargain bead box machine that you always use Xeron. So
yeah, pretty much. Now I love the Xeron pliers, like the tweezer nose and the bent nose.
Yes.
But for my round nose pliers, I am a super duper fan of these. They are by Beadalon, and they are micro. They just have the tiniest little tip, and I love them. Yeah. So I wanted to, so Barbara is from England as well.
Oh, wow.
He says, I tore up that, Solitary Empath says, you tore up that Sam's bead box. Thank you. Wait till you see the next one. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to do sets out of it, as many as I can. And Dawn says, I don't have any bead box products, and nor do I have any Beadalon chains. Okay, well, this design that I'm going to do, it's using Coriana chain, but you could actually use, if you have any type of colored bead stringing wire, you could use that. Or you could use any type of bead stringing chain that you might have. Or you could actually use regular chain, and just, you can vary it. I'm just going to show you one technique today, but you can and you can use any beads on it. You know, they don't have to be bargain bead box beads. Flo Bargain Bead Box has a lot of nice beads and metal. Yeah, she also gets things from Sam's and Potomac. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I'm
So
gonna
now I'm doing the other side. And then now when I cut it off, I'm gonna
oh,
come in.
ta-da. You have the
So now
perfect
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in and I'm just going to finish it off, because Kelly Sutton says if you're not tucking in your tails, you're only doing 3/4 of the job. So now out of that whole thing, I didn't have to figure out how much wire to cut off.
Nice.
And I only had that much.
Wow. And look at those perfect little loops. They are perfect.
Yes, these are Bead Alon, and these are the small bell making pliers.
Awesome.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do up a bunch of these, and then I'm going to link them together. And so
Okay. Cool.
we'll get started on it, because your necklace is going to be the star of the show.
Oh, I don't know about that. We shall see. Now let me figure out how to get my screen back up here.
Drag and drop, baby.
Drag and drop. All right. I'm new at this whole conglomeration of things. Okay, there we go. All right. So, whoops. I'm learning. I made it big on my screen. Okay, here we go. It doesn't want to drag and drop, Jenifer. It just wants to switch places.
Oh, maybe do the bottom down below where it has the little frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big
Click
one.
on, and then just kind of mess around with what the frames are. Because it'll change. It'll have like a big window, and then like small ones on the side.
I see. There we go. That's Jenifer's though.
That's mine.
Okay. I told y'all I'm technologically challenged in many ways.
And we had Maggie laughing.
Yeah, my friend Maggie is here. She is helping me take pictures of jewelry today. And she's cracking up because we're like totally inept at this thing. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see here.
I'll just keep on going. And the funny thing is, I work in IS in my day job.
I love it. Well, there are about 4 of us back again. I'm trying to drag it just like, nope.
See if is there another, sorry, I'm like totally, I'm down below.
And then do that. Nope. It loves your bead mat, Jen. It's like I'm not going to go to Wendy's. Not going to do it.
Oh, wait. Okay, so go back to that other frame that you had. The other one that had off to, okay, now grab your mat and bring it over.
Woohoo. All right. Oh, man, telling you, the bead demons are out today. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be using. My daughter Maggie has to help me figure out my iPhone. Yes. Well, I wish my sons were here because they're good at this kind of stuff, but they are not. Logan was supposed to fly in Monday, you guys. So I was so mad. Allegiant just like canceled the flight a couple hours before he was supposed to come with no warning, no reason, just canceled, will not reschedule. And so the next available flight out, hey, Sam's Bead Shop. The next available flight out was not until Thursday, and he would have had to leave by Sunday. So he had to reschedule his whole trip. I was so mad. Oh, I was mad. And it was funny because he texted me Tuesday and he said, I should be there right now. And I said, I know. I said, I've been mad about it all day. And he said, well, I wasn't too mad about it until it started snowing. And he said, now I'm really mad. So anyway. All right. So Sam, Rachel, I don't know who we got there. Sam.
Or Jesse. It could be Jesse.
Could be. Love you guys. We were just talking about your new box, and I am telling them how awesome it is. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for everybody to see it. Cannot wait.
Can we share with Sam's Bead Box why I am not doing a unboxing that's organic? Why, Miss Wendy?
Go ahead. It's my fault. So Jenifer and I were practicing for this last night, and I was so excited about this new box from Sam. I was like, have you got it yet? And she's like, yes, but I haven't opened it. And I'm like, oh, you have to open it like right now. I want to see you open it right now. So she pulls it out. We're all going through it. We're like oohing and awing and screaming and having a great old time. Yeah, Sam, we are totally impressed with your box.
I'm like, I can't open it yet because my videos are like raw reactions of me going, oh my gosh, are you people seeing this bead?
Well, you'll have to take it. Fake it, Jenifer. I mean, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. And I'm going to make sets out of it this time. So here's what I've got going on. I have got some pearls. These are 8mm pearls. So you don't have to have bargain bead box products. You can use anything you got. I have got these little bicones, little gold bicones. These are little 4mm rondelles, 6mm rondelles, and these chevron beads, which I am so in love with. These are coated hematite. They are so cool. And I pulled out some bead caps of my own, just 6mm, and some Coriana chain. I have some 2mm crimp beads and the toggle, not the bar, but the ring from the toggle. Yeah, toggle. That's what that is. And I'm probably, so I'm looking at Jody's design, and I told you guys I'm using Jody's. So her design is just really fabulous, and I'm so excited about this. I've got a jump ring. We may have to pull some more jump rings out. I don't know. But my Coriana chain, I'm going to measure here and see how long it is. And you can do this however long you want it to be. I mean, it's totally up to you. It's right at 24, so it's 48 inches total. I'm not going to use a clasp on this. It's going to go straight over your head, okay? So very simple, very fun. And this is kind of similar to what I did on Sam's. If it wasn't for Wendy, I would have just hoarded last month's beads. Sam, I want to hoard all your beads. It's so hard to use them sometimes. I just want to put them in little vials and sit them in front of me and never, do anything with them because they're so pretty. All right.
That's what we kind of said too. We're like, I'm not using this bag. She says, well, I have to. And I said, well, I don't. So I will share I will flaunt the bag of beads and it was so funny because your favorites were my favorites too. Cause you're like, oh, wait, do you see this one? Wait, do you see this one? And we did that with this box too, with the bargain bead box too. And Sam doesn't even have to say where he's from because I can tell you where he's from. He's about 80 miles that direction from me.
Oh, 80 miles that direction. Hi, Maria. Oh, that's hilarious. Hello from snowy Montana. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, Jenifer, I'm going to try to get us into where we can just have both our bead mats up here.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll do it this way. Okay. So what are you doing at this moment right now?
Is it Maria? It is Maria. Hi,
Maria. Yes. Anniversary of Sam. Oh, yes, it is gorgeous. It's so pretty. So what are you doing? You are still making loops, right?
I am still wire wrapping. I will be I love to wire wrap. Wire wrapping is my favorite.
I think I'm a hero.
I might have said that like 4 times already. But yeah, I learned from the Kelly Sutton from Kelly's Bead Boutique.
Kelly's amazing. Amazing. So I'm going to take my chain and stagger it. Okay. So I want one end to hang down about 3 to 4 inches longer than the other end. All right. And I'm going to take it right here. And I am going to start, actually, I'm going to flip this over. I want the shorter side on this side. So right here, and I'm going to start doing my chevron beads. Now, the thing is, I got to hook this to this. That's got to be hooked together. And Jody did it with just a little jump ring, but I want to do it with this right here, this little piece of the toggle. So this will come down through here like this. So I need a clamshell on there so I can.
You and your clamshell too.
I love clamshells. They are the most awesome.
You need to be just focused on your bead mat. Mine, I'm just wire wrapping.
Well, I'm looking at both of them. I'm looking at both. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this clamshell and put the Coriana chain right in it. And thanks to my, hello, Heidi. Oh, my friend Heidi.
That's your friend.
I love Heidi. Thanks to Pam is in North Carolina. Flo wants to learn wire wrapping. Jenifer's going to do classes. I just told her she is. Mary, or Mari, Beady Wizards. I was going to tell you something important, but I just forgot what it was.
I can't remember it either. What was it?
Oh,
Coriana, about the clamshells.
Oh, the Coriana chain. So I had a ton of it. And thanks to Sam the other day, and our life together, I now am very low in stock on it, but I do still have some. So if y'all are interested, and I've ordered more, but I was like, dang, I got to get some more Coriana chain going on here. So
you are the Coriana queen.
I love it. I'm telling you. It just makes me happy. I really do.
You do.
So I'm pulling out a smaller jump ring because this is a 6mm, but I want a little one.
The baby?
Yeah.
Can I go like a 4mm?
Yeah. Or this is a little, this is a teeny weeny, like a 3. I'd say probably a 3. And I'm going to hook this end of this lobster or toggle ring onto this little thing here.
Our terminology, we sound like Nile because he says what, doohickey and
a little thingy.
Thingy. He was so funny in his last video. He kind of like under his breath, but said it loudly about something kind of irritating him. I think it was the leather. It was the tail end of the leather. He goes, I'm just going to get rid of this because it's like, no. Yeah. What he said, I just died laughing. And then I had to comment on the video right then and there before it was all done. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, he's just like killing me. Then I took it a step further and texted him and said, oh my gosh, you're so funny.
All right. So I took that out of there. I just wanted this on here as a stopper basically. And so so now I'm going to bead up this side of the chain and I'm going to do an asymmetrical type thingy. So I want all of these chevrons over here. Jody did it with the chevron chain from Jesse James Beads. And I do have that, but I want to use this bargain bead box stuff. So I'm going to space it out a little bit. She did hers. It was constant. It's so pretty. You guys have to get on my Facebook group and look. I wish I could show you the picture, but I don't know how to do that. I'm afraid I'll mess up the whole live stream if I try. So let's just
there is a way to do it.
I don't want to know because I will kill it. Okay, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're messing with right now with me.
Is that going to be our next test? Our next test is going to be.
I will have to learn that, but at this point, no. I mean, I would crash the whole thing. You know I would. So we're not going to do that.
All right. We've already been talking April live too.
Yes. What did we decide we were going to do on our April live?
Silver Silk with Sam's Bead Box.
Silver Silk with Sam's Bead Box. If the audio is going through the overhead cameras, you can take it out of the face cameras. Can you hear it like weird places, Sam? I have both of our phones muted.
Oh, my phone shouldn't be muted.
Oh no, your phone's not, but your computer is and my phone is.
Yes, I kept my computer muted just in case you want to take it off of our faces. So I keep the camera. We all need to go to the school of StreamYard with Sam because he's got it down.
Sam is good.
So easy. I know. Yeah. And then has anybody seen Nile's videos? Oh my goodness. He's got background and all. I mean, just
thank you.
Oh, did he?
I'm whispering at Maggie. She's like, I gotta go. I'm like, thank you.
Bye, Maggie.
Okay. Bye, Maggie.
Bye.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Maggie's awesome. She is my neighbor, and she is taking pictures of my jewelry for me because I have all this jewelry from all these boxes that I make and I never have a chance to get it. Oh, if I want to take it off the face cameras. Yeah, I'm afraid, Sam. I have to practice that when I'm not live. Okay, so what are you doing now, Jenifer, over there?
I'm still wire wrapping.
Okay, you're still wire wrapping.
I'm done. I'm on the last one.
Awesome. And I'm still stringing. So I'm just doing a few of the chevron beads and then a little element in between here. Like 3 chevron beads, little element, 3 more chevron beads. And like I said, this is totally like you're in creative control. You can do whatever you want. And Heidi, call me later. Heidi said she was going to call me, but she got on here and I'm on live. So, yes, please call me later. Because I actually thought about calling you this morning too. And then I got distracted.
No, we don't get
Distracted.
distracted. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh, my life is a one major distraction at this point.
I, I have to have the smallest beading mat ever. I think it's like 8 by 8. Look how
It is
tiny it is.
tiny. It's
Okay,
very
but it's
cute.
really good because then I kind of have like a little measuring, it's not
Mhm.
like so long. I can have like a little bit of a measuring tool. So I did all my wire wraps,
Okay.
and Maria will agree because, well, not agree. Well, she'll agree that I say this is that there's a front and a back to the wire wraps. I'm
Really?
really weird. Yeah, I'm really weird about it.
Enlighten me. How is there a front and a back? I need to
So
know.
well, because the front is where you start the wrap. So that's the front. So then you always end your wrap in the back, and so that's where the tail is.
Uh-huh.
I never want my tail to show. So
Oh,
I'm really weird about it.
that's good though. It's good to be detail oriented.
So look at the scraps I have. That's it.
Wow.
From wire wrapping all of those.
No
Now it's a
way.
challenge. It's a challenge because I have this camera here, but normally when I don't have the camera, I've got the wire flopping everywhere and it's, kind of comical. But look at that. That's not very much scraps, is it? That's not
No.
even that's maybe a small head pin. That's about it. But all right. Okay, so now I have I think it's like 6mm jump rings. These are Beadalon jump rings too.
I love their jump rings. They're very thick.
And I did test it out to make sure that it would fit through these little chains. So I'm using the chain that came in the box,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just going to do like a dangle. And I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. I'm sorry if I'm like stealing it. I haven't seen it, so I'm just doing it.
Girl, there is nothing new under the sun in the beading world. So, I mean, somebody's done it somewhere, I'm sure, but you can't get all hung up on that because I've had people before say, "You copied that," and I'm like, "I did. I didn't mean to. I mean, Okay, there's a front and a back. Maria says, of course. Does Jenifer have her own channel? Hey, Jenifer?
Yes, I do. I'll make sure to put it, link it to, or send Wendy the link so that she can add it to the description too.
I have the link. You don't have to send it to me. I will add it. And then let's see. May I ask you how that lovely chain? May I ask you how that lovely chain is called, which you are using, and where can I find it? It is called Coriana chain, and it is 0.6 millimeters for the most part. You can bead directly on it for the most part, and it's available on my website, and I will link that in the description box below the video. And I actually just found it in bronze, and I was so excited. Yes, I've never been able to find it in bronze before, so I'm going to have it in bronze soon. So, yeah, I was excited about that. It's pretty.
And if you get those, you have to get the clamshells too.
Yeah, the clamshell, I mean,
I guess you don't have to, but
yeah, other people use some other different things. You can use like a glue-in cord in. You can do the fold-over crimp, or fold-over cord ends. I just like the clamshell because it ends up looking like a little bead, so I feel like it's kind of not, too noticeable.
So I did tell Kelly about, remember our last live where you were, it was the fold over. And I said, oh, I brought in her method of making a tent. And then
Yes.
I said, she did it.
It works very good to do that.
Okay, I'm going to crimp off. I'm just making sure that I'm getting the same exact amount.
Your lengths of chain. Are you hanging them on it? Show them how you're doing that. That's the best tip ever right there. How she is hanging them on the head pin and measuring.
Yeah. So I'm just doing like a scrap piece of metal or wire. And then I just kind of bring it down like I'm cutting hair, just bring it down to where it's even, and then I trim it. And then it's done. So I just have to make sure I get enough.
How do you sell the Corian? It is by, it's 6 feet, 6 feet lengths. So you get quite a bit.
Yeah, you can make some serious.
Now the bronze is sold by the foot, and it's only because I didn't order very much of it because I wasn't sure what it was. And I'm going to have to order more. So there will be more later, but I wanted to be sure that it was the right thing. And sometimes you can't always tell, when you're trying to order stuff. So I am just continuing to do chevron beads on here with the little bicone 4mm rondelle bicone element in between them. And this all goes on the chain so well, I've not had any trouble getting any of these beads on this chain. It just flows right on there.
Let's see.
There it is so far.
We need a close-up of your mat.
Yeah.
Yes. No, like not, I call that a Portuguese close-up. You need to do like the real close-up where it's just your when your camera, your demo camera.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
I'm terrible at it. There it is. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Okay. And I say Portuguese Zoom and those types of things. You guys, I'm half Portuguese, even though the Irish is what you see the most. But so if I make a Portuguese joke, I'm Portuguese too. So we'll go there.
Okay.
I don't want to offend anybody.
All right. So here we go. That's all I'm doing is I'm going to do this until I run out of these chevron beads.
Pretty.
I love these.
You're going to use them all? You're going to use them all?
Yeah, I'm going to use them. I'm going to do this until I run out of, unless it gets longer than, I don't think it's going to though. I don't know. We'll see here. I may save a few. It'd be kind of cool to do earrings too.
Ooh, earrings would be pretty. Yeah.
So you all tell me, hi, Mandy and Sadie. How can you tell if the Corey is tarnish resistant? Well, nothing is totally tarnish resistant except for stainless steel, but the Coriana, I have not had a lot of trouble. The rose gold, I've had it tarnish a couple times and it didn't do that until we moved to Florida. So I don't know if it's got so much to do with the humidity, but I've never had any trouble with the silver, either silvers or the gold or the gunmetal. And like I said, I just got the bronze, so I'm really not sure what it's going to do. We'll find out. I prefer wire guards and crimps. Yes, that looks nice too. But anyway, here we go. Oh, I was going to tell you, speaking of earrings, so I saw this thing on Facebook the other night. Do y'all like scroll Facebook in the middle of the night and make these like really ridiculous purchases because you see something that pops up and you're like, I have to have that. It has to work. And so I saw these earrings. They're these magnetic earrings that you're supposed to be able to put on your ears. And somehow they have like this acupressure kind of thing and they make you lose weight.
Oh, that's cool.
I know. They weren't very expensive, but all these people were like, yeah, I was 200 pounds wearing these earrings. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. So let me just say that they are these little magnets. And when you first put them on, they don't hurt at all. But after you've had them on for about 2 hours, I think the way that you lose weight is you can't concentrate on anything but the pain in your ears. And so you just forget to eat. I mean, I'm pretty convinced that is the way that this works. But I've only had them for 1 day. So we're going to see. We're going to see if they make me lose weight. But I was like, the late at night when you're just like totally not in your right mind and you see something on Facebook and you're like, yeah, I need that. And then you buy it and then you're like, that was probably really stupid thing to buy.
Oh my gosh.
But hey, I'll let you know if they work. Not that you all need to lose weight, but I'm just saying, it would be good to know. But yeah, I think that's what they do. They just make you forget that you're hungry because your ears hurt so bad. That's all you can think about.
So when it's like hurt, is it like the cartilage in your ear is hurting, or where do you? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be in the cartilage; it's in the lobe.
Put them on your earlobe. I mean, you put them on your earlobe. They're magnetic. Like the front, the back is just a little magnet, and the front's got like a stud in it. It's pretty, but it sticks to that magnet. So obviously, they have to be strong enough to hold themselves together through your earlobe, and it's it hurts.
A strong magnet right there.
Total pinching kind of situation. Nobody said anything about that on the reviews. They were all like, yeah, I lost 100 pounds just by wearing these earrings 8 hours a day. And I'm thinking, yeah, because that's all you can think about is how bad your ears hurt. You're not hungry. That's what I think. So anyway.
That's hilarious.
That's my rant for the day. So what are you doing now? What are you doing now, Jenifer? Let me get
Okay,
back to
well,
your bead now.
I'm going back because I didn't like the droopy. I didn't like
Okay.
it. I didn't like the droopy. So I'm gonna, but I want some dangle, right? And
Uh-huh.
now, I mean, these jump rings are so amazing that you can't tell where they're split.
I
I
like
have no idea where they're split. You know what other jump rings are like that too? Are the soft flex jump rings. They are, you can't even tell. And
really?
I don't like to open up jump rings more than once. But I think what I'm gonna do is just, that might be a little too long. No.
Sam. He says, love listening to y'all banter while I work. I can't believe we're not distracting you to the point of getting nothing done.
Okay, so let's see here. Did I get this all twisted? I feel like I did. I did. I
Oh,
passed it through.
I put that on twice too.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Let me see it. Can I see it? Oh,
Okay, so, and I'm probably gonna cut because I didn't like, I didn't really care for that. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind.
you
Let's just
didn't
try.
care for
Maybe
that?
I didn't care for it. Maybe
I
it
want
needs
to
to be a
see.
little bit longer. I don't know.
If I
I'm
can.
loving the bead though and having the wire wrap, but I just want some dangle, right? And I'm
Mhm.
using, I can't find the, that's probably why I only like opening up jump rings once because finding, and that's just a sign of a great jump ring.
Yeah,
There it is.
you're right. If you can't find it again, that is really good.
And Wendy knows I don't have my main light that I like.
She like crashed it to the ground or something a couple of times while we were setting up for this. So I don't know if it's still even alive over there. Sounded bad from my end.
Oh, that was something else that crashed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that was my, yeah, that was something else that crashed. I just been because I need the Danielle Wicks setup to be honest. I need the Danielle Wicks camera angle light setup because
well, when you
now
figure
I
that
can't see it.
out, share the links with me because I need it
Oh, I
too.
will. I'll share. I'll share. Okay, so do I want them to go opposite?
All right. I think this is as
Hmm,
long as I'm going to make this. So I will have a few left over.
I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think I'm just gonna leave the dangles and I got them opposite. It's like one goes one way and one goes the other.
Really cute.
I think I'm gonna leave the dangles on there.
I think that's very pretty. And I
I
love
can,
when
I
you're
can
wearing a bracelet like that, how they hang down your hand. It's just really elegant looking, I think.
well, thank you. Thank you for your support.
Melanie.
You're amazing. You're just amazing.
Oh gosh.
This has been absolutely so much fun. This is
Hi,
our
Susan.
third live, right?
Yeah, this is well, our first one was Jesse James beads together, right? And we had so much
Oh
fun that we were
yeah.
like, we just need to do this again. So we did it again, and then we had so much fun that we were like, well, let's just make this a thing. So here we are.
We're making it a thing.
Yes, we are. So, okay, let me tell y'all what I'm doing here. See if I can get this to come
Oh,
up.
I think I like it dangly. I think I like mine dangly. I think I like the dangles
Let
just
me
kind
see.
of being there. I
Oh,
think I like the
yeah.
dangles. I
Yeah,
mean, I could make them a little shorter. I could do a little something else, but
they're going to be
I
very
think
pretty.
I love a dangle.
All
Who
right.
doesn't love a dangle?
Whoa.
Who don't love a
So
dangle?
I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sets of the chevrons and 13 sets of gold bicone, black 4mm gold bicone. Okay.
Oh my goodness, you've been busy.
I've just been throwing these beads on here. And now I'm going to take a crimp bead and I am going to put it on. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to let it slide down. And this is my thing I'm always saying. If you watch my channel, you know this. Let gravity do the work for you here. Just hold it up. And wherever your little crimp bead manages to land itself, crimp it. Just smash it down. Do not push this down because if you do, it's going to be stick straight and it's not going to lay with any flexibility. And you don't want that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
Loosey
just let
goosey.
gravity do it. Yeah. And then you just are going to crimp right here. Okay. Now, I am not going to put a bunch of beads around the back of this necklace because I just feel like that wastes them because I never wear my hair up. I always wear my hair down. But if you like to wear your hair up, then you may want to, put them around the back. Okay. So you can do it however you want. But what I'm going to do is I am going to come over to the other side directly across. So I'm laying this out on my mat, and I am leaving about 3 inches or 4 inches for my lariat to go through here. So this is going to go through this. And then I'm coming up where the top of my beads end on my chevron strand, and I'm going to put a crimp bead right there. Okay. And I am going to bead the other side using the pearls and some of the bead caps and the larger rondelles, and we're going to do a floating kind of thing there. So I just want to stop it on the same side as the other one, if that makes sense. Okay. So now I have my little crimp bead here on the other side, and it comes all the way down, and this is going to be able to go through here and dangle down a little bit. Okay. And so then I've got my stopper here, my crimp stopper. I'm just going to kind of bead it up how I want to do it. I'm not going to use any of the chevron beads over on this side, and probably not any of these little 4mm rondelles or the bicones for that matter. I'm going to use the bead caps, the pearls, and these 6mm rondelles on the other side. And I'm just going to create like a floating bead kind of thing here. So I'm going to start. Now let me see if this bead cap will stop on my crimp bead, or if it's going to go over it though, because it may. Yeah, it stops it. Okay, so I'm going to put a crimp bead on, or not a crimp bead, goodness, a bead cap on. And then I'm going to do a pearl. And these pearls even go on this Coriana chain. And a bead cap.
Don't pearls usually have smaller holes, or is that just freshwater?
Freshwater definitely, but gemstone pearls do too. And Sam, in fact, was telling me the other day that his pearls that he had in his last box were drilled a little bit bigger. So, normal pearls, like real pearls, are very small holes, but he had his a little bit bigger, which was nice, I think. And I actually took that off because I want to start with a rondelle and then do the bead caps, pearl, bead cap, and then do the next rondelle. So you need some bead dangles off those chains, Melanie says.
I'm actually going to go ahead and join it.
Cool.
I'm actually joining it. I thought of the bead dangles too.
I'm going to let's pull you back up.
Oh no, the pressure.
You got to see what you're doing. I'm always the last one to finish. It always takes me forever.
Well, I'm still hunting around to try and find where the split is, and these jump rings are so good. I thought it was right there. And then it's tiny chain, right? But that's what I like. I like this tiny chain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I normally have a magnifying glass too.
Do you?
Yes, I do. It sits on top of that light concoction that you told me to get rid of. It fits perfectly.
I have the same thing, but mine doesn't have a phone holder. It's just a light.
Well, and the thing is that magnifying glass came from doing projects with Danielle Wicks.
Mm-hmm.
And poor thing, I would message her, I can't get this to work. How am I not getting this to work? And I would take pictures, and she's like, oh, you're just missing it by a hair. Well, so my husband's listening to it, and he's like, I have a magnifying glass. I'm like, oh, I'm not too proud to have a magnifying glass. So yeah.
Me either. Do what you got to do.
That's right. Okay. So I have it both ways. And again, so here.
Is the chain looping from jump ring to jump ring?
Yeah, from the jump ring to jump ring.
I love how it lays across the bead. That's so cool.
Isn't that cute?
That is.
And again, if someone's already done this, and she has a tiny, tiny wrist. So this is probably all that I'm going to need. And then I'm going to use a magnetic clasp.
Nice.
So
that's beautiful.
Does everybody know the trick? Oh, thank you, Flo. Does everybody know the trick with the magnetic clasps?
Uh-huh.
So whenever I would get them, I would think, oh my goodness, thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Melanie. I would always try and pull them apart, like pull them apart. You have to think of them like a jump ring. You slide them, but I can't because there, you see how I can slide? If I had the end, if I had this hooked onto, let's go ahead and put the jump rings on them and I'll show you guys. Just because I would always just pull them straight apart. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now the good thing is that they've always been like really good jump rings, but magnetic clasps. So now I have something to, you just slide it this way.
Very cool.
So if you slide it, you don't have to worry about trying to pull it apart. This one pulls apart fairly easy because now I have something to kind of grab onto. But when you slide it, it's even easier. So just there's a bonus tip.
Yes, thank you.
And if someone's watching, if I saw that on a video or something of yours and I didn't give you credit, I'm sorry. I don't know where I saw it, but I saw it a long time ago. And I try to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I do too.
That's why you'll hear me, you will hear me talk about Kelly Sutton all the time. You'll hear me talk about Wendy all the time because Kelly is the first beader I've ever seen. She's the first jewelry designer I ever saw. And I didn't even know that I wanted to do jewelry until her. Then, who was the second person I saw? Yes, it was Miss Wendy.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we met.
I know. I'm so excited.
Excuse me. My allergies are killing me. Oh, and giving credit where credit is due. I didn't say it. I said it in the beginning, but I haven't said it again. So let me say it. This necklace design that I'm using is a design by Jody Krantz, and I will list her information in the description box below the video. And she's amazing. But I've changed it up a little bit. It's very similar to the one she did. That's where I got the idea. So I want to give her credit.
So I'm making sure when I'm doing this that the chain doesn't share the same side of the jump ring, if that makes sense. So like this one here, the chain from this other side is down below right here in between this bead and this bead on the bottom. So I'm going to add the chain from this side over to the top so that they're not like on top of each other and it flows a little bit better.
I love how it looks like that they're a decorative element on top of the bead. That's so cool.
I love this bead and I would totally take it by itself, but my friend that maybe I'll do one more thing just because she has a tiny wrist. I have a larger wrist. I'm like, I will usually make my bracelets for myself. I will make maybe like 6 3/4, 7 inches. It kind of just depends. But she has little inky dinky wrists. So I make hers like 6.
All right.
I'm going to do another loop here. So if you guys weren't here for the beginning.
Just watch her do these loops. She's super good at this.
And I'm going to be using, so I get that 90-degree angle. And then I'm going to use the small bail making pliers from Bead, and I'm going to use the small bail so that they're all the same size. So you don't have to worry about where you're going to be putting it on the bail because the bail is all the same size. So just form that over that top, then twist your wrist and then push it to the back. And again, this is done probably 1,000 different ways. I've seen it done 1,000 different ways. And this is the way I've always done it. I've tried the other 1,000 other ways and it just doesn't come out. And I think it's just natural. It's like the natural way for me now to do it that way.
Maria says, what is considered a tiny wrist? I think like 6 inches and under is pretty small.
6 inches is,
most people tiny. Are what, 7? That's kind of the common.
Yeah, I think the common. Yeah, when I make stuff for the shows and stuff, I'm usually doing about 6. I'll do 6 1/2, 6 3/4, somewhere around there. And a lot of times I will add an extender to it.
Yeah, I do that too, just so they can.
So
Five
I'm
and
not
a half.
making.
Wow, Melanie's got a teeny little wrist.
Oh my goodness.
Always putting
Yes,
slider
Melanie.
closures on. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a teeny little wrist. All right, so let me flip over and show you guys what I'm doing. I'm about done,
I
sort of.
am loving that. Wendy is just flipping it over.
I've
Loving that
learned how to drag
StreamYard.
and drop. I can do that now. So I beaded just in floating segments. So I take a crimp bead, put it here, put this section of beads on, then crimp it right below it. Go down just a little, crimp, put this section of beads on, crimp. And by crimp, I don't mean using your crimping pliers and doing it. I just mean putting it on and smashing it down. It's just a bead stopper. That's all it is on here.
Like a flat crimp.
Yeah, just a flat crimp. And so I've repeated this pattern all the way down. I'm going to do one more section of this one, and then I'm going to go through my loop and do something different down here. I'm not sure what. And I'm not measuring in between these. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, you know, like you can measure if you want, but I don't know. I just don't think I need to. So I'm not.
Don't do it. You don't have to measure.
My professional advice there. Does the magic crimper work on the chain? No. This is just it works on, you know, bead stringing wire and that kind of thing. But when you're just trying to, you want this to be smashed flat so it holds on the chain and is a stopper for your bead. That's really all that it's doing. And because the chain is gold and the crimp is gold, you can't really see it. You know, it's hidden pretty much.
You know what I've done before?
What?
I have flattened out the crimp so hard that I actually
Cut the chain.
Yes.
Yeah. You have to be kind of careful. You have to flatten it down to where it's not going to move, but you don't want to. Yeah, if you flatten too hard, you will cut your chain. So just be careful with that. I usually flatten it and then tug. And if it doesn't move, you're good. If it moves, then scoot it back and flatten it a little bit more. That's what I do. Just a little tighter.
Flatten and tug.
Yep, flat and tug. Okay, so we're going to stick this one on here. And now we are, see, flat, tug, nothing happens. So we're good. Okay, so we're going to go through here. Now, here's the thing. When you go through here and you crimp this on the other side and you put beads on here, it's not coming out, okay? So make sure that it's how you want it to look before you go ahead and put anything over below this. So these are pretty much even, my tops. Let me fix it back. So my tops here are pretty much even. I have, you know, beads from here to here on both. I've just put it through my little toggle ring. And now I'm just going to do something different down here. What do I want to do? I want to do something completely different, not this side or this side, but I want to use a couple of the chevron beads, a couple of the pearls, maybe a couple of the small ones, and some bead caps. So I'm just going to do a decorative element down here on this dangle that has all these beads in it, but is not exactly like what I've done up here, just to give some variety. So
Adorable.
Thank you. Let's see. Like I said, it's Jody's design. She's a fabulous designer. I mean, beautiful, beautiful things. So you guys need to check her out. I'll link her in the description box again. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. This is just the little crimp bead, and it's not going to stop anything from coming through here. It's just going to stop the, you know, the bead the bead will stop this from flowing down. Like that won't, is what I'm trying to say. Not very successfully trying to say.
We get what you're saying. We get it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do a bicone on here. And then let's see. I think I will do the small rondelle.
Ooh. I'm going to have some chain. She's going to get a safety chain too.
What?
Oh, sorry. I said that out loud. I'm going to put a safety chain on her bracelet too, because she gets kind of.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay.
Sorry. I thought out loud. So these are the types of things that I edit out when I'm doing my regular videos. So me struggling to find where the, to link the chain to the the chain to the little jump rings, the little chain. I'm struggling with it, and it's like, this is what I edit out. I usually edit those things out.
I know what you mean. I don't edit my videos though, hardly at all. I'm just so bad. I just leave all the crap in there. I'm like, everybody can just see how I mess up.
Because there was one video that I did and I opened something up and the beads went flying, and I have wall-to-wall tile.
Oh, but you see, people love that. They do. Bye, Maria. She's got to go.
Maria's going. Maria, bye. Talk to you soon.
I was doing a video one time and the entire shelf beside me on my desk fell.
Yes.
Like,
what?
It was a horrendous crash. I mean, like, it sounded like the whole house had caved in. And I just left it in. And it was so funny because my friend Diane Mazzetti, do any of you guys remember Diane Mazzetti? She passed away, and she was a beader, and she did chainmail. She was really cool. But she called me and she was like, "Are you okay?" What was that crazy crash? Like, yeah, that was my entire shelf. It fell.
Oh my goodness. Well,
always happens when you're on a video,
You thought what fell is behind me. I have my little board that I take my pictures on outside. And that's what fell over because it got too heavy, because I have all of my Sam's bead box over there behind me. And so it got too heavy because I have Sam's and I have silver silk, because that's what we're doing next month, right?
Yes, Sam's and silver silk. That is right.
We're doing the triple S. Silver
and
silk.
I have no clue how to use silver silk, so we'll see what I come up with next month.
Oh, that reminds me. So our winners from our giveaway.
Yes, from our last giveaway.
It's all on me. So Cindy, if you watch, I have your address, and I have a couple of things, but every time I go to look, it's like, oh, I want to give her this. Oh, but I ordered this, and so I want to give that to her. And so that's where I'm at right now. Is I'm like, oh, and then I have an order from Nile in my mailbox, and he's like, I'll send you some stuff for Wendy. I said,
that is so sweet. Thank you, Nile, if he watches this. Thank you.
I'll text him and
ask him. So sweet.
But also too, my friend that I was talking about with you, Wendy, when we're in the green room, is my friend that she's beading too, and she has a similar day job as I do. Well, we work in the same kind of industry. We're both in county offices of education. And we had our conference. We had our conference this last week. And so she's like, what do you want to bring? And I took so much stuff. She had the latest Soft Flex cherry blossom kit. Yeah. And so she was like, let's go through and do that. And so we ended up, and she's like, well, what's this? And I went, oh my goodness, I just got a text from Nile. He opened up his pop-up shop.
Oh.
And I said, I got it earlier in the day. So I got it during the day when I was busy. And I texted him and said, can you please put aside one of each for me?
Excuse me. Set aside one of each.
One of each. I need one of each. And then I went on and ordered almost two of each. But his pop-up shop it's this week. So if you haven't gone over to the Silver Silk and More pop-up shop, there's only, I think, like 5 items left or something. But I bought some stuff for her too. So I'm going to send her some stuff. So I think part of it is in that box. So I'm done.
I'm done too. Okay, let's look at yours. Let me pull you over here. Woo. All right.
So here's mine. I would put it on, but my wrist. So I did a little security chain on there.
Yeah, such a good idea with a magnetic.
And actually, I'm thinking this. No, it's not going to be mine. It's going to be hers. But so then I would.
Yeah.
It's going to be super tight on me. But Oh, I guess
Oh,
not
it's
too high, but
beautiful though.
yeah. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love how the chain lays over the bead. So cool.
Just a little dangle. And
Very
then some.
cool.
And do you want to know why I put security chain on hers now? I'm sorry, everybody, we're keeping you over, but I made a silver silk bracelet for her using, I think it was Safari. It was a couple years ago, and it was gorgeous. It had incredible beads on it, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And we were in a thrift shop in Sonora, and all of a sudden I went, where's your bracelet? Because she's going through, I mean, it's like Christmas for her in this thrift shop. And it fell off somewhere in the thrift shop.
Oh no.
And we were in the thrift shop the whole time. Couldn't
Oh,
find it. And I think
couldn't
someone
find
picked it
it.
up. Someone
Somebody
picked it
just
up and
fine.
took it.
Oh,
It was
wow.
gorgeous. But there we go there. So let's see yours. I'm in love with this. I don't know. I might go back and add
Oh,
another.
I think it's gorgeous. I may have to make that one for me. So here's mine. Whoops.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we've got just the lariat style. Let me put it on and see if it's very long, and you could make it shorter if you wanted, but I like it. I don't know if y'all can see me. Can you see me?
Put it on move your Wendy Whitman cam over.
There we go. All right. There we go.
Oh,
Here it is.
goodness.
Like I said, it's very long, but I like these kind really, really long. So, whoops, I'm making it crooked. But
so pretty.
I keep making it crooked because I'm trying to adjust it in the camera and it's going backwards. But yeah, I like it. I think it's
That's
cool.
gorgeous. Thank
Yeah.
you, Flo. Thank you, Flo.
And if you didn't want it this long, you could always make it shorter. So that's a very long one though. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. So how much fun was this?
This is tons of fun for me.
It is so fun.
I love it.
I found my bracelet with my magnetic clasp attached to my metal chair at a restaurant. Oh my goodness.
You're saying it might be on a hanger then. It could be on a hanger, one of the wire hangers.
Sure could be. Wow. Well, we have run over, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it's so much fun. I really enjoy this. I can't wait till next month when we will be doing Silver Silk in Sam's Bead Box.
Mm-hmm.
And to the girls who won the drawings last month, we will be getting stuff sent out. So I've got OK Nana's here, and I'm just kind of waiting on
Jenifer. On Jenifer.
That's fine. So she's waiting on me. So it's a chain thing, but we're going to get them out. So don't be discouraged if you won and we haven't sent them to you. We will. So
thank you, Latricia.
Thank you, Latricia. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
All right, guys.
Wait. Hold on. Back up a little.
Yeah.
It's worth going over. He says, we got to get you some March custom silver. What?
Oh.
What?
Wow.
What? Do I need to go text Nile right now and have him put it in my cart so that I can get me some? Oh, wait. No, because it would be on Sam's. Oh, the Wyndham.
I'm trying to make it just our faces, but I'm not doing a very good job.
Oh my God.
Wow, Sam. Well, that's exciting. Okay.
Thank you, Barbara.
Jenifer has a meeting. You have a meeting, don't you, that you have to go to?
Yeah, and I have an event.
Yeah, your event. Yes. Jenifer makes soap, guys. Soap and smell good stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have it over there for you too, Wendy. I'll get the box out to you.
He says, text Nile, see if he has extras. Oh my goodness.
Okay. I am. My phone is like right here. So it's right here. This is my phone. And so I'm going to text him when I get done. Thank you, Sam. Can I drop your name?
You're awesome.
Can I say, hey, Sam just said to text you.
I feel so important just knowing you, Jenifer. I mean, really. I do.
No, it's the other way around.
No, not really. Oh, well, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. It is sunny here, and I have got plants to plant outside. So I didn't want to do that before this because I was like, I told Chris, I said, it'll mess my nails all up. So can we plant plants tonight? He's like, yeah, whatever. He doesn't care. So I'm going to go outside, get some plants planted. Jenifer's going to a show with her good smelling stuff. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And Heidi, give me a call. And Sam, it was so neat having you here. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll be putting up a thing of when it'll be. So we don't know yet, but we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.